Hi, my name is Marietta Mehanni and I have a noodle exercise that is suspended. So wonderful for all my fellow deep water aqua instructors, but also you can do this in water where you're testing, like I am right now. So what we're going to do is start off with the pattern that we need people to learn how to do, because it will be a transition pattern. So you've got the noodle, you're going to basically place your hands down thirds, press it down the water, your arms are going to move side to side, and your legs are kicking out the back. And this should keep you pretty much on the spot, right? So you won't be moving anywhere right now. This is a traveling movement, by the way. And if you like my aqua tips, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification button. Hit all your buttons. Now, this is on the spot, right? Now, the minute I put the noodle in my left hand, and I keep kicking, and I do this horizontal abduction with my arms, I'm going to be moving across in the opposite direction. Now, this is where that transition move is really important, because once you've got your clients, you've covered that enough over to one side. Now you switch the noodle to the opposite hand, and you've got the horizontal abduction with the straight leg kicking behind that's going to get you to travel in the opposite direction. So the opposite direction to where the noodle is. You've got to remember that, especially when you're teaching on pool deck and you don't have water resistance, right? So you're going to move in the direction where the hand is not holding onto the noodle. So you go across, and then you've got your transition move again, from side to side. Yep, I like this side to side action because then it flows really nice into this side to side action. The whole time your legs are doing this wonderful big straight leg action behind you, and you're really encouraging them to open your legs out super wide. Here we go, knees going side to side, switch it over to the other side, and now I'm coming back this way. It's great. It's not hard to travel, so you don't really have to do a lot of coaching. It's a great exercise to get people to travel. It got my heart rate up a little bit. There's some coordination. You know, you're balancing and you're trying to control it. It's actually not that hard on the shoulders. So if you're thinking, oh, that looks like really long levers, it's actually not that big a movement pattern, but you do want to encourage your client to really kick up high and back with the kick behind. So a suspended move using a noodle that actually has some travel, which is cool. I don't do a lot of traveling, but when I do, I try and make it a cool exercise to do. And that is this week's aqua tip. When you begin by demonstrating this movement pattern, you want to start with that movement that you're going to do on the spot. It's very important, because I think it really helps with the movement pattern that they need to do next. And of course, you want the movement pattern that they'll do on the spot once they start traveling. So the arms going side to side, they can just rest their fingers. Remember, a wide grip is better, making sure that you're demonstrating that wide position, and their legs are lifting up behind. Now, I would just simply say, get yourself suspended, feet off the pool floor, and keeping the legs up. Now, of course, if you're in deep water, you don't need to indicate that. But perhaps if you're in shallow water, you could start by touching the pool floor and then ask them to take their legs off the pool floor. The other little tip that I like to say is, imagine that you have 2 meters between each foot at the greatest range of motion. Not that they'll actually probably get to 2 meters, but it gives them the idea it's going to be a big leg action to the back. So they're doing this really big kicking action. Then you've got to decide which way you want them to travel first. If you want them to travel this way, for example, the noodle needs to be in the opposite hand from the way that they're going to travel. So you're going to say, okay, now place the noodle in your right hand and move your left hand in and out. Your body is going to start traveling with the left. Keep the legs really big as you move in this direction. They're going to go anyway. And then you get to the spot, You've got the arms moving across the body again, and then you ask them to put their noodle underneath their opposite hand, and now they're moving down the pool, right in this direction. What's this opposite hand doing? It's opening and closing, so ask them to spread the fingers wide, palm out, palm in, palm out, palm in, palm out, palm in. Now, one of the other things that I really like them to do as well is when we get them traveling, ask them to travel as far as they can, as quickly as they can, and you tell them how. This is how you're going to be able to do it, by really opening the arms out wide. That's going to get them to move a little bit further. They have small movement patterns, it won't get them going as quickly. It's just a way for them to make the movement patterns a little bigger. It's a really interesting way to travel down the pool, and I really like it because it's a bit of coordination. You'll be thinking about what you're doing, and as an instructor, remember, the noodle's here, you're going that way. If you enjoyed these Aqua Tips, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, and that is this week's Aqua Tip.